Hi everybody, Jerrel from Sungrand here. So I guess I'll discuss a little bit about the battle system for Silver Falls. So again, the game naturally will be compared to other survival horror games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. So with Silver Falls, the combat system, I wanted to try and do something a little bit more interesting than just equipping one weapon and then running around and then you mash the attack button until your enemy just drops dead. So with Silver Falls, you actually get to equip three weapons. You have your main weapon or your primary weapon, which is like usually a weapon with ammunition, so like a handgun or a chainsaw or a flamethrower or something like that. You have your sub weapon, which is your melee attack, so that can be a hunting knife, an axe, baseball bat, something like that, or a cattle prod. And then you have your emergency weapon. And your emergency weapon is the same thing as a melee weapon. You can equip the same weapon that's your sub weapon. You can put that as your emergency weapon, or you can have a different weapon as your emergency weapon. And what the emergency weapon does is when an enemy grabs you, it can actually deal a lot of damage to you very quickly. And normally what you have to do is button mash to get out of that grapple. But what happens is you're still going to take damage during that situation. So it's designed in such a way to where very quickly, in a matter of a couple seconds, you'll have to decide whether you should use your emergency weapon to escape. And what happens when you use your emergency weapon is that it breaks. It's permanently gone forever. You'll never get that weapon back. So you'd think, oh, that's annoying, but there's a lot of weapons around, laying around the environment. You can pick up, camping knives and hatchets and things like that. So it's not a huge deal, but if you're in a location where you've already picked everything up and an enemy grabs you and you're kind of low on weapons, there's a bit of excitement when an enemy grabs you and you look quickly at your inventory and you think, uh-oh, can I afford to take damage? How many healing items do I have? Should I use my emergency weapon right now? Or if you remember seeing a weapon somewhere and you think, okay, I'll use my emergency weapon here, but then I should go back here and get that knife that I saw sitting on the ground. I think there's a bit of excitement to that because it comes down to just trying to make a decision and hoping you make the right one for the situation. And I think that's pretty fun. And of course, there are areas of the game that are a bit farther from the town itself, and there's nothing to pick up. So the items that you bring in, that's everything you've got. And there is limited inventory per character. You may have been able to tell from the screenshots. Some characters have much more inventory space than others. So Sheriff Moss has less inventory space than, say, for example, Annalise. Sheriff Moss has a lot more health points. He can take more damage, but he carries less items, whereas Annalise, she kind of has like a carry bag with her, so she can carry more items, but she can't take a lot of hits before it's game over for her. So there's trade-offs to that, but it means that Annalise can move faster, and she can carry more, and so you can, it's okay for her to use emergency weapons more often and take advantage of that strength there. So yeah, and ammunition is a bit Resident Evil style. Say for example the older Resident Evils, where the ammunition takes up a spot in your inventory, so you can't keep stacking it. It's not like a ghost ammunition stack where it just, okay, cool, I'm picking up ammunition, it's going somewhere, I don't know where it's going. So you really have to make the decision, should I take ammunition? Is it okay if I just fully load this gun and then take it with me? And in Frontier Fighters mode, which is the extra sort of, you can put in dozens and dozens of hours into Frontier Fighters mode, there are skills called ammo pouch, and there's level 1, 2, and 3, and those stack on top of each other, and they increase the maximum stack of your ammunition. So say, for example, if you can normally only carry, like say you can only carry 30 Magnum rounds or something, if you have ammo pouch skills on that character, you can increase that to 40, 50, 60, so that way you're making the most of that inventory space. So anyway, I hope that was interesting. Just a little bit of background information to the game, and we're ironing a couple things out, but that release date is rolling up pretty soon, and I want confirmation before we make a final official announcement on that. But thanks very much for stopping by, and we hope to see you soon at Silver Falls. Cheers.